and America should proudly be the first state to recognize Somaliland as an independent nation.
China has taken a firm stance in supporting Somalia's sovereignty, following growing calls in the US to recognize Somaliland as an independent state. Chinese Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, Xue Bing, visited Mogadishu on Tuesday, assuring Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud of Beijing's commitment to Somalia's national unity and territorial integrity. The debate over Somaliland's recognition intensified following the inauguration of its newly elected president, Abdirahman Mohamed Abdullahi, also known as Iro. The ceremony was attended by high-profile international delegations, including Taiwan's Deputy Foreign Minister Wu Chi-chung, sparking a strong protest from China. Beijing condemned any formal interactions between Taiwan and Somaliland, reiterating its stance that Taiwan is part of its territory and opposing efforts to establish official ties.
There is only one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of Chinese territory. So we firmly oppose to Taiwan entering any relations with official nature with Somaliland. We urge the Somaliland to firmly, adhere to the one China principle as the federal government of Somalia does.
The US, particularly Republican lawmakers, has ramped up efforts to recognize Somaliland, citing its strategic location near the Gulf of Aden.
So let's upgrade our policy. The United States of America should strengthen its position in a precarious and important part of the world. It should do the justice of honoring the consistent aspirations of millions of Somalilanders to rule themselves.
Proponents argue that formal recognition would counter China's expanding influence in East Africa and provide an alternative to the US military base in Djibouti, Camp Lemonnier. Somaliland's port of Berbera, close to vital maritime trade routes, is seen as a key asset for US strategic interests, particularly amid growing concerns over security in the Red Sea. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia in 1991 and has since operated as a self-governing entity with its own government and elections. Despite this, no country has formally recognized its sovereignty. Recent political shifts, including the inauguration of Abdirahman Mohamed Abdullahi as Somaliland's new president, have reignited global interest in its status. Somalia has categorically rejected any moves towards Somaliland's recognition, emphasizing its commitment to preserving national unity. China's support for Somalia aligns with its broader strategic interests, including infrastructure investments under the Belt and Road Initiative and securing access to key trade routes. Beijing's engagement in the Horn of Africa also includes humanitarian aid, diplomatic ties, and security investments. The US-China rivalry has brought Somaliland into the geopolitical spotlight. Washington views potential ties with Somaliland as a means to limit China's influence, while Beijing perceives US moves as a threat to regional stability and its own strategic interests in the Gulf of Aden. As global powers vie for influence in the Horn of Africa, the question of Somaliland's recognition has become a flashpoint. For now, China's reaffirmation of support for Somalia underscores its intent to counter Western influence and maintain a united Somalia, critical for its long-term objectives in the region. The future of Somaliland's status remains uncertain, but its strategic importance ensures it will remain central to the shifting dynamics of international power in East Africa.